Ms. Winslow. Thank you so much for your time. As you know, we sold your property, your investment property in Los Angeles. But I want to ask you about your experience, because the first time that you listed the property, you were on the market for quite some time. It was unable to sell. And a lot of clients go through that. So I kind of want to go through the actual property itself. And once I listed it, we did things kind of differently. I priced it a little bit more aggressive, which, if you remember, you didn't want to do. It was a little scary to drop the price down, but you were listed originally at 549 with your previous realtor. I came in, listed it at 529, did the marketing, did what we had to do, and we sold for 568 in half the time. So how was your experience working with myself, Ms. Winslow?
Oh, it was great. You did the work, and that, unfortunately, that didn't happen for us the first time, and it went really well. I was definitely opposed to dropping the price in order to list it, but it worked out well for us. We got several buyers immediately, and naturally, we chose the one with the highest bid, who also supported us in removing a tenant. So it worked out very well for us.
Absolutely. And Ms. Winslow, I know that the previous realtor that you hired, like many agents, are sometimes part-time. What was the difference between a full-time real estate agent and a part-time real estate agent? What would you say was the major difference?
Drastic. The major difference was you put in the time, the marketing, the showing of the facilities yourself, other than allowing someone else to be there to show it barely.
Right.
And your focus was 100% there. And unfortunately, the agent I had prior to you was someone that I had worked with before, not in a realtor capacity. I was actually her manager at the company that we worked for. She was a good girl, but she was focused on her family and her first job. And this was
Absolutely.
a second job for her. So it's to have someone focused totally on you and what you're trying to accomplish with the sale of your property was a major, major, major plus for us.
Okay, great. Well, Ms. Winslow, two last questions, and that'll be it. So I can let you go because I know your time is valuable. How would you say the communication was between you, yourself, your husband, and myself as your agent? Would you say that we had good communication, or would you say that I lacked communication through the process?
I think the communication was really great. You kept us totally informed. Text messages, email, and verbally. I like to fight a lot, so I like to argue with everything that came up. So, but you were there all the time for any questions that we had that came up. So we were pretty satisfied.
Great. And with the process?
With the process, correct.
Awesome. And last question, Ms. Winslow. You were contacted by so many different agents when your property was taken off the market. What made you, or what had you interested in hiring myself as your agent out of all the agents that were contacting you?
And you wouldn't give up.
I will keep bugging you.
You wouldn't give up. And what you offered was, you wanted to give me your track record. You gave me evidence of what you already did in the area. You were familiar with the area. You were familiar with pretty much the clientele. You knew what the surroundings. And again, you wouldn't give up. You persisted. You figured if I leave it on the market that long, that I wanted to sell it.
Of course, Ms. Winslow. And I was so persistent just because I knew that you wanted to get it sold. So yes. I knew that there would be no other agent that would work harder than me to get you to achieve your goals. So I'm glad that we were able to get it done. And Ms. Winslow, thank you so much for taking the time to answer a few of my questions. And I look forward to serving you again in the future.
Good. Thank you.